Hello and welcome to our video on how to create magical talismans to bring you balance between having a great love of money, ka-ching, and also having a true compassion for people. Potent for Lunar Mansion number 16 in Libra during July's waxing half moon. According to Kabbalistic lore, Libra is ruled by Venus. Libra's birthstone is opal. Now, rosaries and amulets using opals for Libra are magically potent for this praxis. Kabbalistic and alchemical planetary associations, in this instance of a waxing half moon in Libra, whilst transiting through Lunar Mansion number 16, could be utilized with perfumes, essential oils, herbs, or flowers, as well as colors. Planetary alchemical metals in this case would indicate copper for Venus. Venus is practical and workable for this operation. We're focusing on metals, alchemical metals, and gemstones in this presentation for the talismans, for amulets, for jewelry, and for rosaries, okay? Understand that. That's what we're focusing on, okay? Now, Venus is practical. Remember, Venus is practical and workable for this operation. The Venus alchemical metal of copper is practical. Now, Mercury obviously is not, because Quicksilver is not practical. We're not using it, but that's an example of something that's not practical. So the Venusian metal of copper is workable. You can really work with it, okay? It's realistic, copper. Now, regarding the Libra birthstone of opal, this could be used for amulet talismans as well as rosary beads, and copper could also be used for the forming of a rosary chain or an amulet base. It's important to note here that according to Vivian Irwood Robson, author of the book The Fixed Stars and Constellations in Astrology, the Greek astronomer Ptolemy attributes the stars, which are located specifically in the center or mid portion of the claws of the scorpion. Again, the claws of the scorpion to the ancients are the same as the scales of Libra to the modern astronomers. Now remember that, okay? That's the big thing. As being attributed to the planets of Saturn and in some measure to Mars, okay? In regards to the planetary nature of this area of the constellation of Scorpio. This is in contrast to the other portions of the claws and body of the scorpion, okay, where Ptolemy assigns differing planetary aspects. Since Ptolemy attributes the stars located in the center of the claws of the scorpion to be associated with the planets Saturn and somewhat to Mars, and since Mars is alchemically associated with the metal of iron, which is workable for this operation, this would be a magically realistic choice to utilize when fashioning a rosary chain or a metal support, which could then attach opal beads or sigils respectively. Therefore, in summary, the magician could use copper for the alchemical metal for the general sign of Libra, the scales. Though, since the ancients saw Libra and Scorpio blended together as the same constellation, and since the specifics of the center of the claws of the scorpion were in ancient eras attributed to Saturn and in some quantity to Mars, iron is another workable, pragmatic, and very precise choice that is very exact in its magical energies to the 16th mansion of the moon. Keep in mind that Saturn is associated to Lunar Mansion number 16 in a greater amount than is Mars according to Ptolemy. Nevertheless, Saturn's a chemical metal of lead, which is especially toxic, and unless a person is specifically trained and licensed for the handling of lead, it is neither realistic nor is it usable for this praxis. Where Agrippa cites that insignias of a man clasping a scale for weighing be made of silver, which is alchemically associated with the moon, this association might possibly be used instead of Saturn's metal of lead due to the toxicity of lead and the practicality and workability of silver. Magically, Saturnian lead brings binding, stern laws, and longevity, while Venusian copper affords job opportunities, money, and love, with martial iron bestowing competition, energy, vigor, and courage. Luna or the moon, Luna is the Roman word for moon, gives psychic ability, sensitivity, changeability, malleability, epic emotional expression, focused upon family and home. Okay? Now, in the movie Casino, where Robert De Niro was measuring dice, that was using this in this mansion. That was the magician clasping the measuring device. Okay, in the movie Casino with Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone, he's clasping the scales, the measuring device, the calipers to measure the dice. And that's for merchandising and display and promotions in Las Vegas, see, in the movie Casino. So, on the silver screen, okay, it was put up. But you can use these other metals that are workable and not toxic for other purposes. And you can use it according to what you're trying to do. Okay? Keep in mind that the number assigned to each mansion of the moon may vary, relying upon both the cultural and the astrological attributes of the system being used. What pinpoints the exact lunar mansion to which we are referring is made clear by the use of the star to be wished upon, as well as by the name of the indicated mansion of the moon. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Join us again next time.